The number one thing is be human. All right? How do you text your friend? How do you text normal people? Well, you send them like a short 1 to 2 sentence message, maybe three. You space it out nicely. It's very short and casual and to the point, right? You don't try to get cute. You don't try to get smart. You don't try to say more things just to sound professional. You just say what needs to be said. You cut every filler word and you're casual about it, right? So this is the number one rule. If you just decide to be human, then everything will work. And there's this thing like some people say bar test, where like you read your copy and then if that like if you couldn't say this to a person that you just met randomly at a bar or at some public place, and you just say it, like you hear how it sounds when you say it out loud. If that sounds weird, then it will also be weird written out. Because people think that writing and speaking are two different things. But if your writing doesn't sound like it is spoken casually, then it's not good enough. Second is get to the point. I know you want to have a nice message with all the possible information that people might need, but what do humans do? Well, I know your main goal is to book a meeting. And that's fine, and you can go towards that goal. But you don't need to give them like a full-on bullet point list and like a paragraph that explains your entire offer, what you're going to do on the call, what you're going to do here, what you're going to do there. Just keep it casual. We've tried a bunch of things. We had big messages that explained everything. We had really short ones. And there was always one pattern that won, which is be human and casual and get to the point. All right? Getting to the point, you'll see what that means in the scripts that I'm going to show you in a bit. Next is be fast, really fast. All right? That's the next rule. Booking rates within 5 minutes, so if you get speed to lead under 5 minutes, are like 3 times higher than if you wait an hour or longer. And so if you get speed to lead right and you like call, iMessage, email every single person within 5 minutes, you're just going to get more meetings. That's a fact. So be fast. All right, set up notifications in a way where you can immediately open up the lead and immediately respond. Like this is such a easy, quick win because you don't have to change your scripts. You don't have to change anything. You're just fast, right? The best bookings happen when you just call 1 minute after someone responds positively to your email and you just talk to them. Every time I reached someone within like 2 minutes on the phone, they were surprised. They sounded happy because they couldn't comprehend the idea of they just replied to the email and you immediately call them. That's a really solid first impression. So you should definitely do this. And next is be persistent. All right? Some people might not respond to the first message, and that's fine. Just follow up and keep following up because everyone has a buying window. Okay? If you visualize the year with 12 months, all right? Each month has 4 weeks. Everyone has buying windows in certain times of the year. And it's different for everyone else. For some companies, it's often end of year because then, the new year starts and a lot of contracts but that's just like a general thing. Buying windows happen all the time because of all different sorts of reasons, all right? But all of your leads will have a different buying window where they're going to decide, which is why we send cold emails, for example, every month with a different angle until they respond or tell us to stop. Because there were times where we sent like 4 cold emails for 4 months, and they replied to the 4th one, even though it's the exact same email 4 times, because they didn't read the first 3. Or they did read it, but it was just the wrong time. By the next one, they already forgot who we are. And even if they didn't, it suddenly became relevant. And the same is with follow-up. A lot of people will also stall a decision, and then when their decision buying window comes, they're going to look at people. And when they see you've been following up for months and you're still there, they're most likely going to choose you instead of the person who randomly just happened to message them. All right? So be persistent. Keep following up and keep doing that until you get a clear yes or a clear no. But we don't like the maybes. And that's why follow-up, you want to get rid of that. All right? The only reason of follow-up is to get a clear outcome. It's not to get a yes, not to get a no. It's to get a decision. That's why we follow up. Because if you get a clear no, that's a win. You can now stop allocating time towards that lead. If you get a yes, that's also a win because of obvious reasons.